We're walking through Freedom to Flow, a faith filled journey after 50 and beyond. We talk about freedom often like it's a destination, like we can use our Delta miles or money, our Delta Diamond status or whatever status that you enjoy to be able to buy a ticket, get on a plane, train, automobile, walk, doesn't matter. We often discuss freedom as a destination. But what if freedom is actually a feeling? Ooh, imagine that. A feeling and not the one we imagined. We got this far on a whole lot of levels by keeping the feelings at bay. But you know what we do here at Purpose Over Paycheck? We have honest conversation, and we'll get into it after this. Welcome back to Purpose Over Paycheck with your host, Dr. Lisa. The Midlife Reinvention Movement for women 50 and above, rising in faith, walking in freedom, living in flow, flourishing in every God designed season. Here is where we shift beliefs, we elevate purpose, and of course, we step boldly into our next chapter. What is this? This is purpose. I tell you, for some reason, that video screws up every time. I'm gonna have to fix that. But this, again, is lived experience. I wanted to be sure that I was able to record the session. I will fix it the next go around and figure it out. But let's jump in. Many of us women over 50 think about freedom after 50. We imagine a lightness, a relief, finally exhaling, right? And yes, 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 some of that is very true, right? We're in a space and a season and time where we just get to, whoo, honey, breathe, loosen the bra if we even have one on. We just get to be. But freedom also brings quiet. And quiet, when we come from a space and an energy where it's go, hustle, hustle, go, 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 get, grab, attain, achieve, accomplish, goals, checklists, things to do, moving and shaking. Ooh, honey, that quietness can feel unsettling when we've lived a life of responsibility and noise, right? Noise. The ding of the email, the ding of the calendar, the ding of the phone, the ding, 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 reminders, alerts. Next meeting. Oh my God, I'm late. Let me send an email to let them know I'm running behind. This meeting's running over. But freedom isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself with fireworks. Oh, how I wish it would, though, because I personally love fireworks. I have a thing for fireworks. I love the lights. I love the noise. I love the sparkle. I love the designs. I love fireworks. But often, freedom doesn't show up as my beloved fireworks. It shows up as space. Mm, space. Space. Space to feel. There we go with that word again. Space to feel what you postponed. Space to notice what no longer fits. Space to hear your own thoughts. All things that in the midst of the fireworks and the noise and the movement and the shaking and the accomplishment and the achievements and the climbing the ladder and reaching the goals, getting into the C-suite, we didn't have space to feel. Feelings weren't welcomed, in fact. We didn't have space to notice what no longer fit because we're muscling through. We're making room. We're pulling out seats at the table. And if there isn't a chair, we're building it. And if there's no table, we're bringing it. And if there's no room, we're buying it. But we're not there in this season. We're in a place of space. Freedom can feel tender before it feels triumphant. That kind of tender, you know, when you knock aside a desk or a door, and it's just that place where there was contact, there's injury, soft tissue injury, just tender to the touch. Disorienting before it feels empowering. Disorienting. What's next? What do I do? Where do I go? After 50, lean in. Freedom really isn't about doing whatever you want. Mic drop. I said it. I said it. It isn't. That's what I found. It's about no longer doing what costs you your integrity. It's choosing alignment over approval. I told you, we're going to go there. Rhythm. Oh my God, rhythm. A flow. That's why purpose over paycheck. One of the F's is flow. Rhythm over rush. Presence. Oh, the power of presence over performance. Presence is a gift. Presence is a ministry. Presence is powerful and even more valuable than money. Presence over performance means just being there. It's not about what you're doing, because the doing is actually being there. Think about all of the places over the years that we weren't able to be present because of the responsibilities and the noise and the fireworks and the climbing and the doing and the things and the calendars and the dings. Oof. And sometimes freedom feels like grief. Not because you regret your life, no ma'am, but because you finally allowed to tell the truth about it. This is why freedom requires faith. because faith teaches us how to stand inside uncertainty without running back to what's familiar. Mm. Freedom requires faith because now we're in this space and operating and being present. And the faith to stand and be in that place, an unfamiliar place, and not run and get busy because busy is familiar and busy is what we know, and checking off lists is what we've done all this time. Sit with that for a moment. That's what freedom after fear. Let me invite you into this reflection. In the comments, answer this gently. You know how I roll. This is not to be hard. This is not to be harsh. This is not to cause any pain. That's not what we do here. This is a safe space, right? What surprised you about freedom? Or what do you imagine might? You don't have to explain it perfectly. You know that you know you can write a book in the YouTube comments, but don't. Just name it. Just name it. What surprised you about freedom? Or what do you imagine might surprise you about freedom? And if this conversation resonates, subscribe, share it with someone that you feel like this could resonate with them as well. Hit the notifications button so every time there's a new video or I go live, you're notified. Before we close, let me bless you as you ponder the question, what surprised you about freedom, or what do you imagine might surprise you about freedom? And you're thinking about the comment that you'll leave, what you'll say in the comments. This is our blessing for today. May you not be alarmed by the quiet. May you learn to trust the spaciousness freedom brings. May your faith steady you when the old noise fades. May your freedom feel honest, not performative. May your flow teach you how to live without rushing your becoming. And may you remember freedom after 50 doesn't need to look impressive to be real. It only needs to feel true. Midlife, it's not a crisis. It's our invitation to reinvention. We're still here, we're still rising, and we're making this next chapter our best one yet. Faith, freedom, flow, flourishing. This, what we're doing, is 50 plus reinvented.